The Malayalam news channel Asianet News was the pioneer among news channels in Malayalam, and they had that advantage too. The Asianet News remained on the top of popularity charts for decades, but all that is a past story. At present, Asianet News has climbed down to the third position in popularity charts. It's not easy to return to the top slot because first you have to become the runner up, then only you can dream of finishing as the winner. What is the reason for the fall in popularity of the Asianet News? There are people who believe that the majority shareholder of the channel, Mr. Rajeev Chandrasekhar, becoming the state president of Kerala BJP, is the reason why the channel lost its popularity. But I don't agree with that because Mr. Rajeev Chandrasekhar has been associated with the channel for long. Even when the Asianet News was the most popular news channel in Kerala, Rajeev Chandrasekhar was a leader of the BJP. He was an MP of the BJP from Karnataka. He had been a union minister also. So people know about the links of Rajeev Chandrasekhar with the with the Asianet. Of course, there are certain doubts, certain questions have been asked. How could, especially from the part of supporters of the BJP, many times they have asked how Rajeev Chandrasekhar could allow Asianet News to function function against BJP. It is often perceived that the Asianet News toes a political line which is diametrically opposite to that followed by the BJP. So such contradictions were there even earlier, but that had not affected the channel's ratings. But at present, that has worked against the channel. This is what a group of people think. As I said earlier, I don't agree with that. Then what could be the reasons? Let's get to the bottom of the whole issue. Welcome to Insights. I am Hari Kumar. As I said, the politics of majority shareholder need not be the reason for the plummeting popularity of Asianet News. There are other professional factors. One I would point out. Nowadays, every popular channel has got a star anchor. He is the face of the channel. For example, the rivals of Asianet News in Malayalam or the topper at present, the Reporter TV has a star anchor in Dr. Arun Kumar, who is popularly called Mota Arun or a Head Arun in Kerala. You may agree with him, you may disagree with him, you may love him, you may hate him, but people don't simply ignore him. So this is what matters. Negative publicity matters as well as positive publicity. So I think this is one reason, and he is often heard and watched eagerly. There is no such star anchor who people loves or who people hates, whose opinions people want to know, for whom people wait very eagerly. Such an anchor is not there in Asianet. It has got a group of journalists. Now you look at the another rival of Asianet News, which has finished second of late. It is 24 News. Srikandan Nair is the star anchor. And there are people who love his style of journalism. He has built a fan base. So that is also there. But if you look at the Asianet News, it is a collective, leadership or something like that. I don't think there are many takers for such a practice nowadays. Another factor is the viewers and the whole society is polarized. You have to take a position. On the online, as well as among the television channels, I think two ideologies sell. One is Hindutva, and another is, sadly in Kerala, it is radical Islam. I don't think Asianet News follows either. I am not advocating that Asianet News, the news reports should be biased. I am not saying that a news channel should litter propaganda disguised as journalism. But at the same time, when you take positions, your positions should not be based on some desiccated ideology. The left ideology doesn't have many takers nowadays. So, if you are clinging to such desiccated ideologies, or if you are seen or viewed like that, I don't think people will be interested in that. I think one problem for the Asianet is nowadays, after Rajeev Chandrasekhar became the, Kerala BJP chief, perhaps the supporters of the left who earlier watched the channel might have developed some doubts and they might have moved away. They were not compensated by supporters from the BJP who already had a dislike for the channel and the faces in the channel. So that could be one reason, but I don't think that's a major reason. I repeat my earlier statement. I think it is more of a professional reason. Asianet News follows a type of journalism which was followed earlier. Nowadays, news has become a kind of infotainment. You want to have some degree of entertainment along with information. Perhaps that is why people are get more interested in star anchors and their theatrics. There are people who love that. When Arnab Goswami shouts, there are many people who clap. No, even I think among English channels, if you look at channels, there is a star anchor. Like Arnab is the star anchor for Republic TV. You look at watch the India Today TV, there Rajeev Chandrasekhar is a brand. Of course, that's a danger for the channel owner, because the anchor will become will become a bigger brand than the channel itself. But you can't avoid that. This is a collateral damage. You have to go with that. You have to suffer that. Otherwise, your channel won't grow in popularity. So this is, I think, another reason, because you need to news have become a type of entertainment. News has also become a type of personalized or highly opinionated. So all those factors are there, and that could be the reason why Asianet News is not loved. And there are other factors also. So your presence on the YouTube, on the web, should be very strong now. Asianet News never bothered to strengthen their online channel. The Asianet News has got an online channel, asianet.com, but it's not popular. Many standalone portals in Kerala like Marunadan Malayali are much more popular than the online site of Asianet News. They simply ignored it. Actually, Mr. Rajeev Chandrasekhar could have used the online platform to promote his political ideology, or to attract right wingers, viewers who are loyal to right wing ideologies. Then I think he could have balanced it. I feel that the business strategy of Mr. Rajeev Chandrasekhar has failed for the time being. Asianet News had a legacy. So they had many top journalists from Malayalam media industry. And there was a period when such people, attracted a lot of respect. Their words were eagerly awaited. Those days are gone. I think in nowadays, new journalists who had the new online platforms like Shajan Skaria or somebody else, they attract more, admiration than many mainstream channel anchors. So this is another problem. I think Asianet News has failed to evolve with the time. Their news presentation was simply like the old days. So it's more of a professional reason that the popularity of the channel has plummeted. You have not, created an impression. If you are really impartial, you have failed to convince the public about that. So this is another issue. As there is a saying in English, so you have to, implement justice, but it should be seem to have been done, implemented. But here I think Asianet News has failed on that front also. Many of the journalists associated with Asianet News are known to be leftists. So I don't think it is easy for the Asianet News to attract centrists or right-wingers. Now they used to get the all-out support of leftists earlier, but that is also gone. So it's a very complex situation. I don't know whether Asianet News has got the guile, or I mean it's a type of a strategy though. It's a cunning strategy. They don't have the guile to overcome the present complex situation. If this continues, I think they will climb down further. Maybe they will still remain in the third position, because the other channels in the fourth and fifth position, which are owned by top Malayalam print media houses like Madhubhumi and Malayalam Manorama, they are far down, far behind. So that could be a blessing for the Asianet, and the Asianet will remain in the third position. Many media houses had the advantage that things didn't transform in Kerala's media industry. For example, in Tamil Nadu or Karnataka or Andhra Pradesh, over the past few years, the media industry underwent a journey. You look at channels like TV9 in Andhra and Karnataka, or other news channels, like new news channels like Polymer TV, which came to the top. Such a thing didn't happen in Kerala for several decades. For over a half a century, Malayalam Manorama and Madhubhumi remained the top Malayalam dailies, and their supremacy was unquestioned. But that all have changed nowadays. I think it's why Asianet News suddenly went down in popularity. The reason is the churning process began in Malayalam media industry only now. In the coming days, I am sure that a lot of things are going to happen. New channels on the online, on YouTube, then other online media, etc. They will come up and they will create a revolution. One of the most important factors is traditional leadership in Kerala's Malayalam media industry is not up to the mark. They are not professional people. I have not seen many Malayalam journalists who could speak other languages even when it's a crying need. For example, if you want to interview somebody who speaks English, when national leaders come to Kerala or foreign leaders come to Kerala, they cut a sorry figure. They can't speak English. They can't speak Hindi. So this is a problem. So even in Asianet News, while translating certain things, they commit huge mistakes. So they often become a laughing stock. These are, there are many factors that caused a loss of prestige to the channel, not just to Asianet, to even other Malayalam news channels. I still remember that a couple of months ago, I happened to hear or watch CNN speaking to a Malayali vlogger who was at Sudan, South Sudan. There is a rebellion or an infight which was going on in Sudan, and a Malayali vlogger was contacted by CNN for reporting. I have not seen any top journalists of Malayalam media whether it is a visual media or whether it is, a print media, going to such dangerous zones, doing some real reporting. I have not seen that because they lack the skill, they lack language skills, they lack exposure. So many factors are there. I think it is high time that Malayalam media did a proper, honest introspection. Otherwise, what happened to Asianet News is going to happen to the present leader, the reporter TV, or the 24 News. They lack depth, they lack people who are knowledgeable, they are unable to cover many emerging sectors in Kerala. For example, aviation or shipping industry, though these are sectors which are growing everywhere. So you miss a lot of things happening in many sectors. You are still clinging on to certain personalities like Sarida or Swapna Suresh. And I think the people are getting bored. They are looking for other, avenues for information and entertainment. So this is the current situation. I hope the Malayalam visual media industry will do an honest introspection and carry out corrections if they think they need. Or if they are egoistic, I don't have anything to say. Meet you with updates. Till then, goodbye.